The TIPRA Motha is all set to hold its first official meeting with the Government of India today, and the meeting is scheduled to take place at 12:30 p.m. in New Delhi. And while the Motha delegations will be headed by Pradyot Debbarma, interlocutor AK Mishra is slated to meet the delegation from the government side. And the meeting holds significance as the TIPRA Motha has been seeking constitutional solution for the demand for the maximum autonomy for the Tiprasa community. Well, it's a big breaking news from the region, viewers. The TIPRA Motha is all set to hold its first official meeting with the Government of India today, and the meeting is scheduled to take place at 12:30 p.m. in New Delhi. And while the Motha delegation will be headed by Pradyot Debbarma, interlocutor AK Mishra is slated to meet the delegation from the government side. And the meeting holds significance as the TIPRA Motha has been seeking constitutional solution for their demand for the maximum autonomy for the Tiprasa community. Meanwhile, after the meeting in New Delhi, interlocutor AK Mishra is all slated to meet the tribal community heads or the Council of Tiprasa Hudas in this regard. And joining me over the phone line is our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. Well, Wasbir, what do you make of this development? Because the TIPRA Motha has been seeking constitutional solution to their demand for quite some time now.
Well, yes, Reshma, this is the big breaking story from Tripura. The TIPRA Motha is holding its first meeting with the Government of India. The meeting is going to start in half an hour's time from now and this is going to be held in New Delhi. The Government of India is being represented by interlocutor AK Mishra, and of course the TIPRA Motha delegation is headed by TIPRA Motha chief Pradyot Debbarma. Now, this is the first meeting that the TIPRA Motha will be having with the Government of India. The TIPRA Motha rose into prominence with its demand for a greater Tipra land, and in its first debut election, which is in the Tripura Tribal Areas Autonomous District Council, the TIPRA Motha defeated the opposition parties and emerged victorious. That is its tasted success. And after that, the TIPRA Motha made its mark as a major political party in Tripura in the last assembly elections when it won 13 seats in the 60-member state assembly. So TIPRA Motha is a big political force in Tripura now, and its original demand was that of a greater Tipra land. But later on, the TIPRA Motha is now not talking about the greater Tipra land as such, but they're talking about maximum autonomy. They're demanding a constitutional solution for the problems of to fulfill the aspirations of the Tiprasa people. Now, this meeting between the TIPRA Motha and the Government of India is going to be held at 12:30 p.m. But after that, the interlocutor AK Mishra is going to hold talks with the various tribal community heads of Tripura, of the Tiprasa community leaders. This is a separate meeting that is going to be held immediately after this meeting with the TIPRA Motha ends. So, the Government of India is going to ascertain the views not only of the TIPRA Motha, which is a political party now, the original initiators of this big demand for maximum autonomy for the Tiprasa people, and of course, they're also going to ascertain the views of the Tiprasa civil society leaders, that is the community heads of the Tiprasa tribal people. So now this is going to pave the way to chart a course of the round of dialogue that is going to take place between the TIPRA Motha, the Tiprasa people, and the Government of India for an eventual solution to their long-standing demand for maximum political, administrative, and financial autonomy for the Tiprasa people in Tripura.
Well, Wasbir, we also have gotten reports that interlocutor AK Mishra will also be meeting with the tribal community heads or the Council of Tribal Hudas after the meeting with the Motha delegations.
Yeah, that is what I just said, that after the first meeting with the TIPRA Motha, they're going to meet the leaders of the Council of Tiprasa Hudas, which is the community head of the Tripura tribal people. Now, this is a big development as far as Tripura is concerned, because Tripura saw several accords being signed with rebel groups, whether it is the Tripura Tribal National Volunteers or the Tripura National Volunteers in the early 80s, in the mid 80s actually, in the 1988. And after that, with some sections of the NLFT and so on. Now, there are several other sections of the NLFT which are not in the purview of talks, but we are getting reports that this meeting that is going to take place today, the dialogue between the TIPRA Motha and the Government of India and the Tiprasa community heads and the Government of India, this may also pave the way for those breakaway factions of the Tiprasa tribal militants who are still not in the purview of the talks to come forward and perhaps start the process of joining the mainstream. But that's a different issue. But right now, the big story from Tripura is that the TIPRA Motha and the Government of India is going to hold talks in little less than half an hour from now in New Delhi. The Government of India will be represented by interlocutor AK Mishra, and of course the TIPRA Motha delegation is being headed by TIPRA Motha Chief Pradyot Debbarma.